Oh, I'm live now. Okay. I don't know why that was so hard the first time. Hey everybody. How's it going? Look, I'm just YouTube streaming. It's not scripted. It's not me playing a character. I still got this guy right here. But, this is just me being real me. I got a bunch of great questions from you guys all week, so much so that I was kind of looking at them this morning and I was kind of like, maybe I should make a full video. Maybe I shouldn't just do a live stream Q&A. And as I couldn't stream a second ago, I was really leaning into that idea. I was like, maybe I should really answer these questions seriously, because there's a lot of really good questions, like, can you cry underwater? Which I say, yes, you can definitely cry underwater. Crying, see, the tears are still coming out, but I would, next time somebody's hysterically crying and can't stop, I am interested to see what happens if you submerge yourself. I'm gonna guess you're gonna still cry. I got a bunch of other questions. Some of them are about this channel. Some of them are about abstract things, like, can you cry underwater? Like, is there life after death? Like, I lost my flute. What do I do? Really solid question. Have you ever been scammed? I like that question. Oh, I have been. I'm excited to answer that. I think I'm going to answer a few of them right here, and I hope I'm not overcommitting myself to something, but I kind of want to, after the podcast tomorrow, or I guess I'm doing that tonight, but when I'm near the podcast setup, I might just set up a camera and shoot a nice little video so I can edit a little bit and kind of say all the stuff I'd like to share with you guys. Because, right. But I'll manage a couple. I'll answer a couple questions here. I have some on Instagram as well that I'm scrolling through. Somebody's asking about the Star Wars videos. I have more Star Wars videos on the way. To be honest, my life isn't really like a traditional YouTuber, because I'm breaking into entertainment at the same time as I'm trying to keep a YouTube channel up, and keeping a YouTube channel up is a full-time job, So I got some sponsorships that help kind of pay for me to be a full-time YouTuber for a little bit. That's how I got all those videos done. But as opportunities I really want pop up in entertainment, sometimes I have to take a quick break in order to do those. But I'm really trying to stay consistent to a once a week thing. We've been really good at keeping Wine and Weed once a week. So if you really want your fix, go over to our podcast. That's Wine and Weed. We've been dropping those once a week, and we've been really focusing on that. This year overall, I've been kind of trying to make, if you've seen, an unscripted push on this channel where I'm doing the things like Star Wars, like a podcast, things that I don't normally do. I do more scripted stuff, more comedy stuff, more, I'm usually playing characters and stuff like that. So it's interesting to me doing this for my channel. Part of me likes keeping it not answering questions as myself and just kind of making things and letting them speak for themselves. But because I'm pushing in this unscripted direction, I thought something like this would be great. Now I got some questions over here. When is there merch for Wine and Weed coming out? We hope very soon. We just did an MTV appearance on Sterling Show Ridiculousness, and we're about to get some more celebrity guests. We're really trying to build the content of the podcast before really diving into sponsorships and merch and stuff like that. As you may have seen from my series, I can sometimes get a little cynical about that, but they're necessary to keep the creativity going. So we're going to try to get merch soon. We have a lot of really good ideas and a lot of really good product ideas. We're really excited to share that aspect of everything with you. What's a Q&A? It stands for question and answer. So you ask questions and I ask answers, but I guess I could ask questions and you could answer as well. That would be more of an answering question though. Or maybe I should give you an answer and you should give me a question, like Jeopardy style. What is my favorite movie currently? See, it's questions like this. I felt like there was a few of these where I was like, oh man, I'm really gonna have to dive in. Really gonna have to think about these because I feel like I'm gonna get it wrong. That's why I gotta come back and do the full Q&A pre-recorded and release it this week. I feel like I gotta do that, guys. So I'm gonna keep this one a little bit short. Maybe I'll stay for like 20 more minutes. And then I'll make one with some of the more real questions, especially like how do I manage my time and like what are my goals? and what kind of stuff is going to come out on this channel. I would love to like inform you guys of what goes on behind the scenes, because it is a lot more difficult to make scripted content with characters and scripts and stories, as I've been doing for the past couple of years, than making, this is very easy, doing an unscripted Q&A, but for some reason I don't feel like it's necessarily on brand with the channel. So I'm figuring it out, but there's a lot of different stuff, some of which I can tell you guys about and some of which I can't. That's why tomorrow, when I do a video and I record it, I think I'll be able to give you better answers and think them out a little better, knowing exactly what I can say. Money, no object. What would be the biggest creative endeavor you would want to take on? I'm really interested in doing a series and a television show. I like movies a lot. Like everybody loves movies, but movies for some reason have never been, surprise, surprise, the guy who has never seen Star Wars, have never been the thing that I watch as much. I really watch a lot of series. I watch a lot of internet. I like short form things. I love sketch. These are things I'm really interested in. So my goal, something I'm actively working towards, is to get a real budget for a real series and be able to put it out with a real network. We made a contract to get one last year, but it's difficult to actually get them made. So you kind of have to reset, rewrite, restart. But I have some projects with Sterling Brim. I have some projects with Brittany Ashley, and hopefully in some time, you guys will see them. I mean, I think you very much will. It's just, things take time, Am I seeing anyone? I don't know. There's no one person in particular that I am seeing. I would consider myself a single person. My favorite strain currently, I always love them sour diesels. I love them sours. I like a super silver haze. Right now I have a pen that's a Bloom pen. That's a Maui Wowie, and that's working out real well. I just got that this weekend as a gift. I like bro. Are you single? Not just you single. Bro, you single? Makes it like cool. Joaquin Phoenix's new Joker, I'm excited about. Am I dating? I would say I'm dating, but I don't think I'm dating one person right now. Sketch comedy isn't the top thing on YouTube right now. Has you considered vlog style? I've considered it, but I've even done tests that I haven't published. But it's the same thing with people who are Instagramming all the time and stuff like that. I feel like it kind of takes you out of reality. And sometimes at BuzzFeed and like with my friends who do vlogs, it's fun to be in that almost like hyper reality. Like when we went to Vegas for Keith's bachelor party, everyone was kind of in this, okay, well, we're here to make a video. And while we were having a fun time, we were also vlogging. But sometimes I feel like if you are the only person vlogging, walking around in your life, you're distancing yourself from everybody else. And so I kind of value my life and my connection with people more than carrying a camera. With that said, when they're like teams and squads, like Try Guys or the Vlog Squad, I see the fun in that, where everyone's making a video and so you're all having fun. But when you're just making a video and other people don't really understand that, I don't know if it's the way I want to live my life, Here's some things. I love that you love sketch comedy. My favorite sketch comedy show I just saw is I Think You Should Leave by Tim Robbins. It's on Netflix right now. It's very, very funny. I love sketches as well. Sterling and I write a lot of sketch together, and we're excited to share that with you as our brand grows and as our projects move along. What's up? Your videos are pretty good. Keep it up. Pretty good. They're pretty good. Thank you. Mutual Love of Blink-182. What is my favorite song of them? Okay, so I've been listening to a lot of Blink-182 since I revealed that I'm a Blink-182 stan on the podcast. And I definitely realized that I don't really keep up with modern Blink-182. So if you love something off of like the new one, I don't know. But I would say my favorite Blink-182 song, I love M&M's off of, what is that? Cheshire Cat. I love Carousel. I like Anthem off of Venom of the State a lot. And I've been trying to find the bonus songs from Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, because they aren't on iTunes, and I don't know why. And if you know, you tell me or you DM me. What are your thoughts on interviews like with celebs like Michael B. Jordan? I think it's great. What we're trying to do a lot of things with Wine and Weed, even though it might sound like it's just like a party podcast. That's kind of what we want it to sound like. But when we get people on, we actually want to show that you can have intelligent conversations with marijuana. You can talk about the world, and oftentimes it lets people's guards down, and they can get a little bit deeper and really think about why they think the things they think. And it gives us permission to talk about these serious subjects, but also have a sense of humor about them, because that's what Sterling and I spend a lot of our real life conversations doing. But having conversations with them and doing the long form conversations, I really love listening to long form conversations like WTF with Mark Maron. So I'm really excited to have this opportunity to bring in more and more people and talk about their perspectives in a long form way, not like a little soundbite way like you usually get nowadays. We got Kelsey Dara this week. We're talking a little Pride. We got Miguel is coming on the show. And we have a lot of other exciting opportunities and people who are coming on. So keep on listening. We're really excited to be building this brand. It's doing really well. So we want to keep on making Wine and Weed. So keep on checking it out. Then we can go on tour. We can do it live. Just keep it up. Keep on giving us them reviews. As a fresh film student, how do you keep having a life crisis? I mean, film is about life crisis. No, I don't know. I mean, I'd say channel it. Whatever you're dealing with, like, use it, write about it, and make films of it. Because chances are we're probably all feeling that way too. And once somebody can kind of express the way they feel and we can connect to it, that's a good piece, in my opinion. Or if you tell a good story, a story that you have. You ever come to Israel? I haven't thought about it, but I've heard great things. When are you going to be watching the Star Wars prequels? It's really about editing those videos to put them up, because I've watched 2 of them, and we have a 3rd one where we're going to bring some of our favorite people back to do the last one. And I believe those will be coming out we're going to either do an overlap with The Horse's Mouth, or it'll come out right after, which means within the next month, you'll see the next videos. It is tough because on top of YouTube, I do have these other jobs that I'm doing, which I'm very excited about doing. So it's a little bit of how I can make money to pay somebody to do it, or how I can make time to do it myself. So why did you start in BuzzFeed? There's great opportunities in there? Oh yeah, I've never really actually talked about this. I just did the video where I kind of avoided the subject. Maybe that's something I'll cover in this video this week. But essentially, I majored in acting at UCLA. I got a job on a national tour, my first audition. I kept on having luck with auditions. I got casted in a big play at the State Theater of California that I didn't want to do theater. So I went into film and television. I would get really far with auditions, but get one part every once in a while. But eventually your money runs out, because I got a lot from the play, but then I kind of lived off of it. And I was like, what do? I had made a bunch of sketches and short films. And one of my friends was a writer for this kind of new website called BuzzFeed that had a bunch of listicles. And I saw that they were starting a video department. So I applied, and I was one of the people on the first 12 people. We had a row of desks. We had 2 cameras and about 15 people. And when I left, we had 500 people in a studio. So it was like a crazy growth. And there was a lot of opportunity there. Overall, BuzzFeed I just saw that they were going in the direction of making things that I didn't necessarily want to make. And I felt like I was not necessarily going in the goals of the directions of things that I wanted to make. I want to make scripted stuff. And I felt like it was a little bit more kind of what I was categorizing as reality television stuff, which wasn't as much what I wanted to do. I don't hate that stuff. I've always wanted to make scripted stuff. So I wanted to see if I could. And then the first year out, we sold the television show, and I made this channel, and both were successes, so that was exciting. And that's my little BuzzFeed story. The question is, can I talk about my other projects, or are the security cameras watching? I see what you're saying. I would like to talk about my other project. It's so tough because you spend so much time as a writer in Los Angeles writing things that people may or may not ever see. But you can't really talk about them either. It's like a weird thing. So it's strange to me being this like in this influencer category where you share everything, but then also being in this Hollywood world where there are all these NDAs where you're not allowed to share anything. So like I can't tell you about projects that I've worked on for long periods of time in between making YouTube videos. But you know, they'll come out one day and then I'll be able to tell you. Have you liked all the Star Wars movies that I've watched? Well, you'll see me watch the prequels next. And I wasn't as fascinated by those as I was. You know, I feel like I almost became like a Star Wars. You know, I really love the first three, and the next three were a little disappointing. You'll see. It was very exciting to experience that growth at BuzzFeed. I'm really interested in talking about it one day. I don't know if right now on the live stream is the time, but it was definitely really cool. Do you think social media is an addiction? 100%, absolutely. I was not feeling very well mentally this morning, and I found myself on my phone like for way longer than I normally are. And I think that happens sometimes when you don't feel that good. Instead of taking a walk or, you know, meditating or kind of gathering yourself, you're just like, oh, I'll stare into my phone. That'll give me that hit of dopamine. So I very much think it's an addiction, and yeah, it's negative. Would you rather have no knees or no elbows? That's the questions I want. Would I rather have no knees or no elbows? Okay, no knees. No knees. No. That's tough. No knees. No knees. I'm saying no knees. Because, fuck, would you rather have no knees or no elbows? What do you guys think? How about I ask the questions and you answer them? No knees or no elbows? So then BuzzFeed was holding you back then all this time. I don't know, because it gave me a huge opportunity, and also I would get to be innovative and be like, oh, I have a scripted skill. Like I've developed this scripted skill for 10 years. So that's why I got to make a bunch of Chris and Brittany videos, and the guy Friends and Girlfriends with Keith videos, and Misheard Lyrics videos, and because they were confident that I could pull off these performance-based videos, but they weren't always confident that they wanted that to be the brand. I thought maybe they could turn into like a Netflix, and they did not want to. Do I watch the new Black Mirror season? I have not seen it yet. Do I get hit on by a lot of guys? I don't really know. You know, sometimes you don't know if you're being hit on. Who's your favorite director? I love Paul Thomas Anderson. I love Adam McKay. I love the Duplass brothers. There's some directors I like. There are more. Social media dealer. I don't know what this means. Would you rather do a solo project or work on a highly collaborative project? 100% highly collaborative. If you haven't noticed, the things that I like to do, I like to find teams. I like to find people to team up with. I don't necessarily like having my own series. I like having a podcast with Sterling. I like having videos with Brittany. I like doing a food show with Keith. You know, I like a dynamic. There's something about talking right now. Well, it's kind of fun. There's this feeling of narcissism I have right now, but I am having a great time. What's your way to de-stress? I think meditation's important. I think setting intentions are important. I'm a big showerer. Like that's my way of restarting. If I'm like, don't feel good today, I shower. Yeah, you know, I do definitely at the end of the day will use some marijuana to recalibrate my mind. Chicken? Can you bring back Chicken Watch? Me and Keith are constantly talking about bringing back Chicken Watch. He's so busy. I'm so busy. But we really are trying to make it happen. Maybe bring it to a larger platform. It's always in the back of our minds, and we do have a plan. But, you know, they're putting out this book. They're going on tour. Keith, that guy's got Keith's about to be on a show, on a comedy competition on NBC. So he's killing it. So it's always about kind of finding that time, but we're really going to try to find some so that we can definitely release a 2K19, at least one. Hey, Calvin from South Africa. Cool. Are you still friends with Zac Efron? Yes. For those of you who don't know, I grew up with Zac Efron. We're in the same first grade class. We did improv competitions together that we won, and we were duo partners in speech and debate. We're still good friends. I was over at his house literally the day before yesterday. And maybe there's a collab there coming up in the future. Another thing I can't talk about. Will you poop in my mouth, Chris? Whoops, I should have censored the questions before I read them out loud. What is my favorite type of chips? Fuck. My brain said hot Cheetos. Salt and vinegar chips are good. If I had to make a permanent choice to stay in front of the camera or be behind the camera, that is hard. That's hard. Because like acting is my like first love. And I think I could, with the right team, I would be excited to just be doing that. But I wouldn't want to be, if I had a team where I trusted everyone behind the camera 100%, like I would be 100% in front of the camera. But I also love actors, and I love directing actors. I like being behind the camera in that sense, and I like writing things. So that's a tough question, but I don't know. I might say in front of the camera. It feels like if I just get to do that, it feels easier than producing all this stuff. Where can I find the lyrics to your relatable song? Is it not at the bottom? I'll try to transcribe it for you. What religion am I? I was raised Catholic. I would say I'm an agnostic, not an atheist. But I'm skeptical of religion. Why is Shrek your favorite movie? Lots of reasons. Recently, one of my friends said Shrek isn't that good. It's just a bunch of references, and that person doesn't know shit. I'm so sorry. It's not a bunch of references. It's a brilliantly woven story of folklore and hero's journey, and there's beautiful things to say. An anti-hero. Shrek, baby. I'm trying to get to the bottom. That's what my goal is. As soon as I get to the bottom, it's over. So stop asking questions. Do I want kids? Probably eventually. Probably not for like 5 years. Favorite video I've made on this channel? I think it might be continuity errors. I like continuity errors a lot. Is that true? I like the first 5 a lot. Which one do I like? I like My Girlfriend's Gay Friend a lot too. I also like the Thanksgiving video. Some people hate to watch their own stuff. I think mine's pretty good. Will I ever come work to New York for work? Maybe. See, all these things I can't tell you because there's definitely wide open opportunities to possibly come to New York for work. But I'm also doing wine and weed in California, and I really want to get that started and launch that up. So probably not soon. I like that everyone's talking about Shrek. Shrek 2. I'm gonna say Shrek, but Shrek 2 is good, not bad. My favorite video I was involved with at BuzzFeed, I think it might be If Fights Were Honest, the one-shot video with Kelsey. I think that's my favorite video from BuzzFeed. Although, there's a special place in my heart for all the chicken watches. And I watched I just built a website, you guys, chrisreinecker.com, if you want to check it out. And I just watched a bunch of me and Brittany videos, and I think those are pretty good. So, sorry. Is it weird to just talk about how you like things that you did? Or is that cocky? Is that like confident? I don't know. Let's see. Shrek. More stuff about Shrek. You're cute and a good person. That's all I want to be. I just want to be cute and a good person. Have you ever considered stand-up? Both Sterling and I are considering stand-up right now because there's another opportunity in that thing. What do I choose? I should just do a poll where you guys choose what career path I take. I am considering doing some stand-up, but that shit everything takes time. So you have like a finite amount of time and you got to break it apart. The good thing is that I've been writing this series with Brittany Ashley. I've been writing 4 or 5 projects that I'm like in the home stretch of, which is exciting because that means I get to start new things and try to see what we can do with those old things. And one of those new things might be a little bit of live performance, which I want to source into videos for this channel. Is Stilo kind of annoying? I don't think so. I think, in only the way that he's like hilarious and like extreme and combative sometimes. I don't think it's annoying at all. I think he's one of the funniest people I've ever met. And he has an amazing perspective. So no, I don't think so. But I also like that we disagree on things and we can get bugged with each other just like any friends can. Question, would you bring back a parody song? Parody song meaning like Mr. Lyrics? I might do it. If I could go back and choose a different major, would you? Okay. No, because I majored in acting, and I think that because I really focused on the craft and I focused on that, I also expanded and tried to make a team and meet as many people as I could. And the team that we built is the team that we continue working with. I also got on the improv scene. I think I made all the right moves. I maybe would have like taken a minor in business or something. A lot of business stuff I've had to learn as I go. And sometimes I wish I had an education in it. Chicken Lunch in New York, that sounds fun. What inspires me? What gets my blood pumping to say I need to make a video about this? I like, so one of my friends is named Gerard Carmichael. He's a comic. He's on he has HBO specials, and we were close for a while, and I really like what he said about when he writes jokes, he wants to make an argument. So he writes an argument, and then he tries to kind of figure out the examples he can give and the jokes he can make that fit within the argument. And I kind of like approaching content like that. Like, what am I saying? And then once you figure out what you're saying, you take a break from it, you throw it out, you try to write something funny. And then usually those link together. I don't know if that helps for what inspires me. Like, you know, I mean, when I read that social media question about being an addiction up there, I was like, yeah, I totally agree with that. That feels very true. And I'd love to make something about that. I think anything that feels true, especially if you haven't really seen anything about it, it's exciting to make. Why is Smash Mouth your favorite band? Smash Mouth is my favorite band. Are you homosexual? I'm not homosexual, but happy Pride. Happy Pride, everybody. I'm an ally. I'm originally from Arroyo Grande, California, in Central Coast of California. I'm trying to get to the bottom so then I can be done. Ready? What cinema genres do you like? Mainly comedy. What's my favorite movie? Oh shit, we already did this. I don't know. I like early Apatow stuff. I like Knocked Up a lot. I like Super. How do you pronounce your surname? Reinecker. Winery Wednesdays. Hell yeah. Why did you choose to invest your time in YouTube? I really appreciate that I have an audience, and I wanted to keep that audience up. And somebody offered me a contract to make videos for YouTube and create my own audience. And I thought that was really exciting because at the same time I was in this television contract where it was like, cool, if you do well in 2 years, you'll be on TV. And it's like, 2 years? That feels like a long time. So I was like, I'll do this in the meantime. But now I like it. And I like this. This is fun and exciting. You have nice quiff. Don't know what that means. Heard of Sugar Pine 7? I have. I think it's great. I think Steven Septic is great. Favorite sport? Baseball. I'm almost to the end. Zodiac sign, Aquarius. Marry you, can't. Interactive media might be the next best thing. Maybe let us choose. That's cool. I like that. I'm into new forms of technology. Like, that's why I'm interested in all this stuff. And that's why I said from the very beginning, like, while I love movies, I'm actually into all these new forms a lot. And that's another reason why I am into YouTube, and I wanted to do YouTube in a slightly different way, because I saw it going in a direction that I thought was not the case. How can I tell if my girlfriend is cheating? There's a lot of ways, probably. Hey, Chris, what's your creative process? It's too long. Have you ever been anywhere in UK, England? Favorite actor? I don't fucking know. See it extreme. Favorite baseball team? Dodgers. Is social media addiction? Yes. Do you have a favorite word that means a lot to you? I'll try to answer that later. How are you? Good? Better now. Like you have your hair styled right now. Like how you have. Oh, okay. That's not a question, but okay. I'm going to keep coming back and do these little Q&As with you guys. I might put some on camera that are a little more high quality so I can like edit it and stuff as well. But I really hope for the next few weeks you enjoy this scripted series called The Horse's Mouth. It stars Mike Posalakis, who is the sound guy in the last series. He wrote this and he was writing it and working on it while we were shooting the last series. And then he made it. He got all these awesome actors to come in. Juno Temple, who's an amazing actress. Matt Jones, who you might know as Badger from Breaking Bad, is in it. I'm in it. Brittany's in it. I play kind of a dick version of myself. So just keep that in mind. I'm not that much of a dick. But they come out next week. They're going to be so good. We're going to finish the unscripted Star Wars series. I want to make a video starring Nucky, the dog from our podcast. Otherwise, go over to Wine and Weed. See me every single week. We're going to keep consistently there. And I'm going to keep consistently here with some higher quality videos. So keep on coming back. Thank you, everybody who tuned in. Love you guys. I had fun. Bye, guys.